Imagine a routine mission in the skies over the South China Sea. A U.S. reconnaissance plane, cruising high above the Pacific, is quietly monitoring international airspace. The crew is calm, scanning the horizon and collecting intelligence on their instruments, when suddenly, a warning light flashes. I'm on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers and I need your help. If you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button and join me on this exciting journey. A Chinese fighter jet appears out of nowhere, quickly closing the distance and positioning itself dangerously close. What happens next is no ordinary encounter. This is a high-stakes game between two global superpowers, where every decision could have a massive impact on future relations. Such confrontations are becoming more frequent. The South China Sea, a vital area rich in resources and strategically important, has become a hotspot for tensions between the US and China. Territorial claims overlap, military forces posture and reconnaissance aircraft frequently enter contested airspace, heightening the risks of miscalculation. The US Navy deploys aircraft like the P-8 Poseidon, which is equipped with state-of-the-art radar and sensors to gather intelligence, monitor enemy movements, and ensure freedom of navigation. These reconnaissance flights, however, don't go unnoticed by the People's Liberation Army Air Force, PLAAF. Chinese forces often scramble fighter jets to intercept, shadow, or even challenge these US flights. The Chinese J-11 and J-16 fighter jets are frequently sent to intercept US planes. While some encounters are routine, others turn dangerously close, with aggressive maneuvers that bring the planes within feet of each other. This creates an intense standoff where the nerves of both pilots and crews are tested. For China, these maneuvers serve a dual purpose. They assert China's territorial claims over the region while testing the US response. A dangerous misstep could escalate into a major international incident. One such incident occurred in December 2022, when a Chinese J-11 fighter jet came within 20 feet of a US RC-135 reconnaissance aircraft. The move was deemed unsafe and unprofessional by US military officials. Fortunately, the situation didn't escalate, but it underscored how delicate these encounters can be. For the US pilots on these missions, the stakes are incredibly high. Their training helps them stay calm under pressure, sticking to strict protocols to avoid escalating the situation. But on the other hand, Chinese pilots operate under orders to protect their nation's perceived sovereignty and assert its position in the region. For the US, these reconnaissance flights are more than just about gathering data. They are about ensuring freedom of navigation in international airspace. They send a clear message that the US will continue to operate in contested zones, reinforcing its commitment to international law and its allies in the region, such as Japan, South Korea, and the Philippines. China, however, sees these flights as provocations. To Beijing, the presence of US reconnaissance planes so close to its claimed airspace undermines its territorial integrity. So, when Chinese jets intercept, it's not just about positioning, it's about sending a message of readiness and asserting dominance in the region. As the rivalry between the US and China deepens, the number of these aerial encounters is likely to rise. Both sides are investing heavily in stealth technology, advanced aircraft, and electronic warfare systems, which makes these encounters even more high stakes. The question is not just about how to handle them, but whether the mechanisms in place can prevent these incidents from turning into something far more serious. This isn't just about the aircraft in the sky. Every interaction, every maneuver, and every radio exchange feeds into a larger geopolitical struggle for influence and control in the Indo-Pacific region. Every time a Chinese J-20 stealth fighter challenges a US P-8 Poseidon, it's a part of a broader strategy. These actions are designed to intimidate, test US resolve, and send a clear message about China's increasing military capabilities. During such tense encounters, the professionalism of the crews involved is crucial. The US pilots adhere to their training and mission, even in the face of provocations. At the same time, they're gathering vital intelligence on the Chinese jets themselves. Meanwhile, their sensors continue to track the region below, ensuring their mission remains focused, despite the tension in the air. But this is not just about the pilots in the air. Back at command centers, real-time data from the reconnaissance flight is being analyzed. It informs US defense strategies and reassures allies, all while monitoring the unfolding situation closely. The situation in the South China Sea is fragile. One wrong move, be it a collision, a misstep, or even an unplanned radio transmission, could spark a diplomatic crisis. This is a reminder of the razor-thin margins that define modern military operations. These encounters between the US and China are a test of not only military might, but also restraint. The professionalism and discipline of those in the field are what keep things from spiraling out of control. Every decision, every movement, carries weight. As these encounters unfold, the importance of clear communication between nations becomes increasingly apparent. Every close pass, every intercepted flight, serves as both a test of military readiness and a potential flashpoint that could spiral into a larger conflict. The US Navy understands the need to balance assertiveness with restraint, ensuring that their actions uphold international laws while avoiding unnecessary escalation. On the other hand, China views these reconnaissance missions as a direct challenge to its growing influence in the region. In this high-stakes environment, diplomacy plays a pivotal role in de-escalating tensions, as both sides work to maintain peace despite their conflicting interests. The ability to manage these delicate situations through established diplomatic channels can ultimately prevent a small provocation from igniting a broader military confrontation, ensuring that the skies remain a space for strategic maneuvering rather than conflict. As the US and China continue to navigate their complex relationship, the frequency of these high-stakes aerial encounters is likely to increase. Both nations are heavily investing in cutting-edge military technologies, including hypersonic missiles, advanced radar systems and stealth aircraft, which only heightens the tension in contested regions like the South China Sea. The evolving military capabilities on both sides make it clear that the competition for air superiority and control of strategic waters is far from over. These encounters may soon take on even greater significance, not just as isolated incidents, but as crucial tests of national resolve. The international community watches closely, as each incident provides a glimpse into the future of global power dynamics and the balance of security in one of the world's most strategically vital regions. The consequences of these tense aerial encounters ripple far beyond the skies over the South China Sea. US allies in the region, such as Japan, South Korea, and the Philippines, are closely monitoring these developments, as they are directly impacted by the growing military presence in the Indo-Pacific. These encounters reinforce the necessity of strong, united alliances, as nations in the region look to the US for security and stability. Similarly, China's actions in the region are shaping its relationships with neighboring countries, some of which are wary of China's growing influence and assertiveness. As these aerial standoffs continue, the US and China are not only vying for control over airspace and seas, but also for the support of regional partners. The shifting alliances and strategic partnerships will play a crucial role in determining how future conflicts, whether in the skies or on the ground, are shaped. So, how should the US Navy handle these provocations? Should they take a firmer stance or continue focusing on restraint and diplomacy to avoid escalation? Share your thoughts in the comments below.